Hello everyone, welcome to something I've never done before. If you are watching this, then you are probably intrigued by the fact that the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer just got leaked. To preface this, I watched it, and it was of terrible quality. Excuse me, there's no way around that. It was a video filmed on top of a... It was a video filmed on someone's phone using someone else's phone. That's not exactly how you get good video quality, but I saw it, and until Disney decides to release the actual trailer in a quality that is not an affront to the human eye, I'm going to be presenting what I think Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be about. So if you like that, or you like this idea, and you want to see more of my videos, please like, subscribe, and do all those fun things that streamers and YouTubers tend to do. Now, as I'm beating up Wilson Fisk dressed up as Tom Holland, please enjoy this theory. Okay, so... And spoilers for just the fact that the trailer was just leaked. I don't actually know how much weight my theory is going to have, but anyway, so the game's going to, not the game, the movie is going to follow not that long, or it's basically going to take place not that long after Far From Home, where basically the world knows Spider-Man's Peter Parker.
That's wrong with this city.
Turning down my TV. That's really loud.
I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, man.
Where basically the entirety of New York, or the entire world, knows that Spider-Man's Peter Parker after the whole thing with Mysterio. Maybe... I could not really hear anything. Maybe they're going, maybe they're going to actually find Spider-Man innocent, but ultimately Peter fears for his life and the life of his family because everyone knows about it. Eventually, Doctor Strange comes and offers a solution. I can reset reality into a variation with the where people don't know you're Spider-Man. So basically, that video of your identity being leaked never gets out. This seems to have an unintended, or basically, well, works for what Peter wants. It looks like it's going to get abused in some way, shape, or form, and lead to some of Spider-Man's enemies getting released into, or from other universes, getting released into ours. As we see a version of Dr. Octopus, who knows Spider-Man is Peter Parker, waltz onto the scene. So that does seem to confirm that's the Sam Raimi. It's not just Alfred Molina reprising his role from the second Spider-Man film. That is the Sam Raimi universe, Dr. Octopus. So it's most likely going to be a thing where probably Peter is going to abuse this ability that Doctor Strange has shown him, and it's going to lead into a lot of different superheroes from the multiverse, or supervillains from the Spider-Man multiverse, being brought in to his universe. And basically him having to deal with that, and the fact that I think the movie's going to be a story about how when nothing has consequences, is it really worth it? Or is life really worth living? Something like that. Whether or not that's actually valid, I have no idea.
Finally off to Rikers, huh? I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
But the reason I think that is because you've got Wong trying to, or it looks like Wong is talking with Strange, trying to persuade him not to you know, do this, not to use the
In 1 month, you wish
basically,
you had me
I'm just call it the multiverse editor to
The Kingpin is heading to prison. End of an era. I feel like I should celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.
you know, to help him because Wong thinks he's going to abuse it. Which, again, if what they're going for is a story about, you know, learning that that your actions are supposed to have consequences and running from them is ultimately meaningless and pointless, or can lead to even worse problems, and I think that's probably going to be what it leads to. But again, the quality was shit. Pardon my French. The audio was bad. You could not hear really what anyone was saying. You kind of got general gists, and ultimately, I could be entirely 100% wrong, but I did want to bring up that I find it very strange that Spider-Man No Way Home has not had, and actually kind of like just going off of the whole like multiverse resetter, you know, maybe the whole No Way Home thing is Peter gets lost in these different versions of the multiverse. But again, this is just my theory, and I want to kind of touch upon the fact that it is almost September. Spider-Man No Way Home is supposed to release in December for the Christmas time period. We have not gotten anything as like a teaser or anything like that. We know that Alfred Milana and Jamie Foxx, I want to say his name is Jamie Foxx. Oh my god, that's gonna... the guy who played Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. We know they're gonna be the villains of the film. And we know Doctor Strange is going to be basically involved, or basically be like a mentor to Peter. But we really don't have anything else. I also think this is the last film where Peter's going to have some kind of mentor or someone to look up to. I think following the events of these films, Peter's going to start is going to be more confident in his abilities as a hero, and I think we're actually going to get like a more solid Spider-Man going forward. But everything we've gotten is leaked so far, except for that planned leak where they had Tom Holland, Zendaya, and oh my god, I don't know the name of the person who plays Ned. I basically had them walking by and like commenting on how Peter spoils everything, with them passing a whiteboard with the title of the film No Way Home. And we've also gotten a leak that shows that, or basically different variations of Spider-Man. We also know that J.K. Simmons is going to return as J. Jonah Jameson, because he's got his own action figure. But we've also seen Funko Pops and other costume variations of Spider-Man in toy form. Those include the return of this new suit, an improved version of the Iron Spider that borrows more heavily from the red and black costume scheme, and what seems to be some kind of magic-enhanced version of Spider-Man's costume. Whether or not that's going to be just like a costume that allows him to travel through the multiverse to try and, I don't know, find his way back to his universe, or if it's going to be like he fucks up so much and then Strange gives him that, it's like, fix your shit, and then, you know, that's it, we're done. I don't know. But it's very strange that we haven't gotten anything, and I think the reason why we haven't gotten anything is because No Way Home ties so much into the multiverse stuff that WandaVision and Loki have set up. Because, well, I think Loki more than anything. Because you have, like, at the end of Loki Season 1, basically the entire multiverse has broken apart. And now, you know, you have we know that there are all these different variations, which What If seems to be exploring these different variations of the multiverse that's been unleashed. You know, like what if Agent Carter became Captain Carter? What if T'Challa was kidnapped by Yondu instead of Peter Quill? And I think the I've heard like one of the ones is supposed to be what if Black Widow killed Iron Man during the events of Iron Man 2. Oh, and Marvel Zombies. But I definitely think the reason why we haven't gotten anything up to this point is because of the fact that it all ties into kind of this multiverse stuff. And I think, you know, not showing anything at least up to the point of Loki was going to spoil the ending of Loki. But I do think that this leak is good, at least from the perspective of, I don't know if they're not planning to release any trailers at all until like November, which is stupid. But I also, unless, you know, the movie's going to get delayed. But ultimately, going back to it, I think the Spider-Man No Way Home is basically, just to recap, Doctor Strange is going to help Peter by basically altering their reality and bringing it into a similar one. Peter's going to abuse it in some way, shape, or form, or something's going to happen that causes villains from the Spider-Man multiverse to be brought over into the MCU, and then Spider-Man's going to have to fix it, possibly through traveling around the multiverse. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I completely off my rocker? Did you not know that the No Way Home trailer got leaked? Do you think I am wrong in saying that, you know, Peter's going to abuse the multiverse powers? Like, again, and I'm saying that because you're like, oh, cool, no consequences. You know, I could basically be like the perfect hero. But I don't know. Ultimately, this is all just a theory, and I'm calling it right now. Disney and Marvel are going to have no choice. Disney, Marvel, and Sony are going to have no choice but to release a No Way Home trailer, or this trailer that's been leaked, like, sometime this week. That's going to be their damage control. Like, I think they had to do damage control. I think the title No Way Home got leaked, and they had to do damage control with that trailer or something. I don't know. But I do think that they're going to have to release a trailer soon in order to do damage control, because I don't think they want all this speculation about the next Spider-Man film. But I don't know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I may be doing more discussion videos like this, hopefully with other people. And I hope that you all have a wonderful Sunday.